Wow, it's already October. Can you guys believe it? Where has the time gone? Oh, yeah, it's been a busy year, but at least it hasn't been like 2020 where it seemed to last forever. It went by pretty fast, but let's get caught up and let's see what's happening by the end of the year. The housing market is shifting away from the crazy intensity of the last 2 years. Here's what experts are predicting for the remainder of 2022. From the National Association of Realtors is very promising. The inventory is actually on the increase, up 30% from just January of this year. So it's looking pretty good. So what does this mean to you? Plain and simple. Well, if you're buying a house, this increase in inventory means that you have a better possibility of actually finding one, getting it under contract without going through those bidding wars that we saw in the beginning of this year. Not to mention, you can go ahead and stop paying those ridiculous renting fees. Just a little side note, just this year, rent has increased a staggering 34.4%. That is insane. And that's just in Arizona. I'm not sure what it's like in the rest of the country, but from what I've understood and what I've heard on like social media, it's pretty much the same thing across the entire country. So what that means, you can stop giving your landlord all that money. I know a lot of people are saying, but God, Kamaya, interest rates are going up. They're like 7%, maybe 8%. Maybe they'll go up even further. Maybe they'll drop back down. But you know what's for certain? Rent is 100%. So what does it mean if you plan on buying a home soon or sooner than later? Let's take a look at this chart. Here's 3 reasons that you should be buying a home right now. As buyer demand moderates, you may see the intensity of the bidding wars ease quite a bit. So if you're looking around at real estate right now, you're seeing this live as it happens. Number 2, fewer buyers are bidding over asking. It's still a competitive market, but we are seeing a calming down, as it were. And 3, housing inventory is increasing. That means there's more options during your home search. You don't have to settle for, nah, that'll do. You kind of get more of a pick up the litter type of situation, if you know what I mean. Home prices are forecast to rise more moderately over the next year or so than they have in the last year. Mortgage rates will respond to inflation, and home sales will be more in line of the pre-pandemic. In other words, we're just getting back to normal. So in this graph, it's just a quick look. This is from Fannie Mae. And as you can see, it's broken down quarterly. And you can see over the quarters, there's dips and falls. It's like a roller coaster. There's ups and downs. We are still seeing a steady improvement quarter by quarter. So if you're ready to dump that landlord and own your own home, now is the time. Give me a call. Let's look at our options and see what's out there on the market. And of course, if you're looking to sell your home and you're thinking maybe that you missed that big wave, don't fret, it's not over yet. It still is a seller's market, not nearly as much as it was in the beginning of the year. As we can see, that was a little nuts, but it is still competitive and you still would be able to get a really great price for your house. Go ahead and give me a call. Let's schedule a time that we can get together. We can go over the marketing plans and you can see what your house would be worth on today's market.